welcome guys to the 3D market commentary for today. Today is May 3rd, it's a Monday, so hopefully you guys had a great weekend and ready for the trading week ahead. So I'm just going to cover the disclaimers real quick. They should be being highlighted there on the screen. There we go. Of course, important that you understand the disclaimers, not just for legal reasons, but to understand that these kind of videos are demonstrations of what we do. It's perfectly fine if you ignore it entirely, if you take it on board entirely, if you do something in between. Ultimately, that is up to you as a trader. So my name's Becky. My email address is becky@tradictive.com. That's what you have there. I know my head is in the way, but hopefully you can spell it okay. So becky@tradictive.com. Then there's also tradewithufos.com/Becky. So let me just bring that up. There we are. So this page will bring you here. You can set up yourself a free Trade with UFOs membership there. Once you have your free Trade with UFOs membership, you'll get recordings of the YouTube sessions that we do, reminders of the YouTube sessions that we do. You'll get this email that I'm about to go through with you. It will come through every day automatically. What you'll also have is the ability to come down here and ask questions in a public space. Now, why is that important? It just helps the community. I'd much rather a question be asked in a public space so that I can answer it in a public space and everybody learns, as opposed to an email where it's just a one-on-one. Of course, if you need to email me, you can email me, no problem. But again, I prefer it that you do it here just so other people can learn from that answer. And then you can come down here, see the other questions that people have asked and the answers that are there as well. Okay, so let's go straight into what the market commentary is. So this is what we have. This email will be sent out to you every single day if you're a Trade with UFOs member. Again, it's a free membership. Let me just squidge price a little bit there so we can see it a bit better. There we go. So this email that gets sent out gives us information, statistics, probabilities on 5 of the major markets in the world. And we do this by looking at 3 key things, hence the 3D approach. We first look at market climate, upcoming market direction, meaning do we have probability up, do we have probability down? Should we go long, should we go short, should we buy, should we sell? Or do we not have enough probabilities either way and do nothing? That's always the first thing we should be asking ourselves. Where do I have probabilities? Up, down or nowhere? Now, what do we use to help us with that? We use our free Auto Climate app. Again, you can download it once you have your membership. Free Auto Climate app, which goes through the market data and comes back and says to us, hey, thick blue dot, probability to the upside. Maybe you should look to go long. Hey, thick red dot, probability to the downside. Maybe you should look to sell. Hey, thin dot of either color. Doesn't actually matter what color it is if it's thin. Not enough probabilities either way. Maybe change time frame, change market, but keep away from this one. So we use technology to make the answer to that question really, really easy. So that's Auto Climate, and we use that on each of these markets to let us know where we have probabilities, up or down or nowhere. Then we have, if we're going to buy, where do we buy? If we're going to sell, where do we sell? Now, we use our UFOs here, buy and sell UFOs, unfilled orders, to help us with this. It helps us with our entries and exits, specifically where we're going to buy and sell. And why is that? Because our UFOs, if I show you here, I know they look like little flying saucers, but UFO does stand for unfilled orders. Our UFOs highlight for us on the chart and show us where the prices are, where we have big stacks of buy orders, or if they were red UFOs, it would be big stacks of sell orders. Now that's important because if we want to buy, we want to buy where there's lots of other buying. It's much more likely to push price upwards and beat all the sellers. If we're selling, we want to sell where there's loads of other selling, so it's much more likely to beat the buy orders and push price down. So the AutoUFO app will show us on a chart and tell us the prices as to where those buy and sell orders are, so we can figure out exactly where we're going to buy and sell. Then last but not least, we want to understand our risk to reward by looking at volatility. Volatility essentially means how quickly something moves. So if there's high volatility, usually that comes with higher risk, which can mean it comes with higher reward as well. The lower the volatility, usually the lower the risk, which usually means the lower the reward as well. So again, neither one is good or bad, right or wrong. It depends how you see things as a trader and your risk tolerance. But we'll go through that per market as well. Okay, so starting with the first market, which is the S&P 500, which is the top 500 US stocks. and we're looking at the ES, which is the futures contract for it. If you don't understand what I just said, don't worry. We're looking at a representation of the US stock market, basically. So here what we have, first things first, our climate, a confirmed upwards climate. Thick blue dot, probability to the upside. You should look to buy. Now usually this market goes up for 9 candles. I'm just rounding up that number. And we're on candle number 6, which means we also have probability of a continuous move up based on what usually happens. Now in terms of buy and sell UFOs, we have no sell orders on this chart. We do have buy orders just here, and that's at 40.76 to 40.52.25. So overall probability there to the upside with the S&P based on the climate, how long we would expect it to go up for normally, and the fact that we've got a bit of room there, and buy orders beneath us. Now market volatility, we would expect movement up or down in one day of 49.94 points. In 1 week, it's up or down of 109.94, and in 1 month, it's up or down of 228.86. And again, overall, those are movements up or down. Overall, we would expect movement to the upside on the S&P, at least for the next few days, based on the statistics. Of course, things change. New orders come into the markets, we fall short of what usually happens, we go past what usually happens, but we're trying to use statistics here to help us be as accurate and as objective as possible. Okay, so moving on to the next market, which is oil. I was going to say gold then, but gold comes next. So we're looking at oil. In the meantime, have a look here. You can check out the courses that we do. We do courses in futures, forex, stocks, trading plans, backtesting, psychology. A lot of the courses come with 3-month complimentary access to the apps. As I said, AutoClimate is mainly a free app anyway, depending on which platform you use, but mainly free. AutoUFOs, depending on which platform you use, will come at different costs. For example, TradingView, the one I'm using now, is $34 per month. Now a lot of our courses might be $34 or $89, and they come with 3-month complimentary access to the apps, which means if you take one of the courses, you'll actually get cheaper access to the UFOs for 3 months. So even if you don't want to take a course and you just want to download the app, that might actually be a cheaper way of doing it. So you can check that out, see what might work better for you. Okay, so oil, we have confirmed upwards climate, thick blue dot, probability there to the upside. Usually the market goes up for 7 candles. Again, I'm rounding that up. And we're on candle number 6. So again, we'd expect it to move to the upside at least for another day or so. Now with buy and sell UFOs, we have buy orders here, just beneath us, at 62.43 to 60.61. And then sell orders up here at 69.90 to 68.46. Now in terms of volatility, we expect movement up or down in 1 day of 1.53 points. In 1 week, it would be up or down of 3.37 points. In 1 month, it would be up or down of 7.02 points. Now, in terms of where that goes, obviously, again, volatility is up or down. Overall probability there to the upside for oil. Okay, moving on to the next market, which is gold. And again, it says there you can subscribe directly to the apps if you want. You don't have to take a course. It just might be a cheaper way around it if you want to do it that way. If not, you can subscribe directly to the apps. Okay, so gold, we have an unconfirmed climate. Doesn't matter that it says it's down. What matters is that it's unconfirmed. What matters is that we have a thin dot. That tells us that we don't have enough probabilities either way. So change time frame, change market. We don't need to trade something that doesn't have probabilities in one direction or the other. Buy or sell UFOs. We have sell orders up here. And again, these sell orders have already worked. Price came in, hit the stack of sell orders, and moved down from there. The numbers for that are 1831.5 to 1810.1. We have a stack of buy orders, which is just here, 1652.8 to 1624.4. Now, in terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 day of 16.33 points. In 1 week, it would be up or down of 35.94 points. And in 1 month, it would be up or down of 74.82 points. Again, at the moment, where that goes, there's not enough probabilities either way to call it. Okay, so just to scroll down here a little bit, and to say you're probably watching this on YouTube or Facebook or something like that, and we do a lot of free stuff online on YouTube where we do sessions in stocks, in futures, forex, options, trading psychology, methodology classes as well, and they're all for free on YouTube. We do also have a paid for all asset advanced coaching, which is $21 per month, and with that you get access to more of our time in a closed community. So it depends what's going to be right for you, but you can join us a lot for free on YouTube and learn a lot there. Okay, so next market is, once it loads, the US dollar. So the US dollar is responsible for 80% of transactions worldwide every single day. So whether you trade it or not, be aware of it. It will impact all of the other markets that we've looked at and then some. So with this one, again, we have an unconfirmed climate. Not surprising, we'd been going down for a long time. We'd hit a stack of buy orders. Not surprising that the buy orders push price up and now has changed it to unconfirmed. So we have this thin blue dot here, which tells us unconfirmed climate, not enough probabilities either way to call it. We have sell orders literally just above us there at 91.81 to 91.47. Then we have buy orders just here at 91.105 to 90.395. Now again, these buy orders just below us, if I show you here, these ones, that price literally just hit the top of it and moved up from there. That's what changed price enough to change the climate, which is why we want to be aware of where buy and sell UFOs are, because they will likely change the direction of price, either push it along with the climate or potentially change the climate. So we should be aware of that. Market volatility on the dollar, we'd expect movement up or down in one day of 0.33 points. In 1 week, it would be up or down of 0.73 points. And in 1 month, up or down of 1.52 points. Again, on the dollar, either way at the moment, not enough to call it. Okay, last market, which is back to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is younger than the others, which means we have less data on it. We don't normally know what the usual, let me just move this down a bit. We don't really know what the usual movement is there to the up or down side. We can only really see what's going on right now. And with back Bitcoin at the moment, again, unconfirmed climate. Oh, I did that again. I don't know how I do that. Is it like that? There we go. I now have a giant arrow, but hopefully it's easier to see. So we have a thin blue dot, probability neither up or down. Again, change time frame, change market. When it comes to buy and sell UFOs, we have sell orders up here that price is coming towards at the moment. So we would expect if price hits that stack of sell orders to go down from there, but we'll see. The numbers are 65,000 even to 61,120. Then we have buy orders here at 39,157.5 to 32,192.5. Again, at the moment, we're coming up to sell orders, which we would expect to move price down, but the climate is unconfirmed, so we're not really sure where we will see this movement over the next couple of days based on the statistics. So again, change market, change time frame. In terms of movement up or down, we expect in a day to see up or down of 2,958.67 up or down. In 1 week, 6,513.21. And in 1 month, 13,558.34. Now, Bitcoin is more volatile than the others, just its nature as a cryptocurrency, not good or bad, but you should be aware of the volatility before you get involved in a market, because it's either something that you're going to embrace because you like the risk, or you're going to avoid because you don't like the risk, and that's up to you as a trader to figure that out. Again, you can come to our weekly economic calendar that we look at on FX Street, filter by high impact news, filter by the markets that you trade, or the countries that you trade those markets in, and then you'll have an idea of where we're likely to see volatility based on reported or scheduled reports that are likely to create an impact in the markets. So we don't care what the news says. We don't make our decisions based on what the news says. We try and make our decisions objectively based on technology, not subjectively based on how we interpret news. But we want to have an idea of whether or not there's going to be volatility in those markets so that we can decide what to do accordingly depending on our own trade plans and our own risk tolerance. Now, any questions? You can self-schedule a clarification call with one of our experts, chat through different things, the courses, how do I get the apps for the cheapest amount for the first 3 months. If I'm going to take a course, which one's best for me? Can I just use the free membership? Can I just use the free apps? And talk through those things with somebody. You can do that. You can also, if you have questions, go to tradewithufos.com/Becky. Set yourself up with a free membership, and then you can ask questions down here, and I will answer them publicly so other people have access to those answers. You'll also want to sign up for the free Trade with UFOs membership. Get that email that I've just gone through every day with those 5 major markets in the world. You'll get recordings of our YouTube sessions and reminders for them as well. Anything else, you can email me if you'd like, becky@tradictive.com. So that's me done for today. I will be back on Thursday. My colleague Boyan will be taking it in between. So hopefully you guys have a great trading week, and I will see you next time.